I know right away my brother Nathan's gonna start yelling at me going like, why do you have music playing in the background? Well, Nate, one, I wanna enjoy myself. Two, I'm not making shit off these videos anyways. So I'm at least gonna enjoy myself while I'm working out in the garage today. Especially it's really crappy outside today. Figuring what better day to start finishing the dang ladder. So what we're gonna be doing today is applying several layers of stain to this to hopefully give it that rustic weathered barn board type of look. One, I'm gonna either see if somebody buys this, and if not, I'm giving it away to one of my other brothers. Saying, here you go, you can either use it or use it as firewood, one of the two. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the camera set up. I'm gonna get out my first type of stain, and then we'll get to work. All right, before I set up my camera and get this started, I gotta show you guys that where there's a will, there's a way. And if you don't have all the fancy equipment, it's okay. Here we have a $1 selfie stick from Wish, engineered to fit my nice workmate bench. And I know Kayla's gonna wonder where the heck all our packaging tape went. Yeah, solid as a rock. She is not going anywhere. All right, let me get this set up. All right, so here's what we have on the lineup today. I don't know if I'm gonna actually use all of these yet. For sure, I'm gonna be using Provincial, Classic Gray, and potentially the Ipswich Pine. Might also throw the Briar Smoke in. I'm not sure yet. After we get the staining done, we're gonna go back over it with chalk paint and kind of give it a brush on look with a wire brush. So I guess I'm gonna start with the one I know for a fact I'm gonna use, which is the Provincial. So let's get going. So if you're watching this video scratching your head, it's okay. It's not done yet. This isn't a process where you stain the entire thing one color and you throw every color on top of it. You want to leave blank spots within here so that you fill it in with other colors. We got the Provincial on. I think what I'm going to go with next is starting to mix in some of that Briar. All right, I'm taking it back. I'm not going this route yet. I am gonna use this one, but it seriously covers a lot. And I know that the majority of it will probably be masked by that, which I'm okay with. But before I go ahead and do that, I'm gonna add in some of the Ipswich Pine.
Today, Junior?
Hopefully put just some highlights in there real quick, and then we'll go over it afterwards. All right, so here's where we're at right now. Is I got the front side done. Obviously I gotta flip it over and touch up the back. I'm not too picky about the back though, just because of the fact that it's always against the wall. No one's gonna see it. So what I'm gonna do is once I have that done, I'm gonna give it just probably like 30 minutes to an hour to dry. And then we're gonna come back and do some of that touch up stuff with doing a whitewash, putting even more layers on top of it. So it's like one of those things, as you start doing something, you're like, oh, that doesn't look good. Let me just add a little bit more. So this really might be one of those projects. As you get done, you're like, who the frick threw up on that one? Really, I've done this method before, and it's almost, there's no way to screw it up. There's not a right way to do it. There's not a wrong way to do it. Well, I'm sure there is a wrong way. I might be showing you that way right now. Let's go ahead and let this dry. I'm gonna finish it up and then we'll show you the next step. All right, here's where we're at. And I am loving how this thing's turning out so far. It's gotten some time to dry a little bit. What we're gonna do next is throw on our whitewash. Here's what I'm gonna be using. Rust-Oleum Chalked Ultra Matte Paint, Linen White. What I found when using this stuff though is that less is seriously more. You can easily go overboard at this step. Before you know it, your whole ladder or your project's gonna turn white. So be careful. All right, so here's what I mean. We're going to put just a tiny, tiny bit on that brush. As you can see, focus, focus. There we go. There is not a lot on there at all. Come to your project piece and just in one solid direction, start brushing it on. If you have spots like this, where you can tell where you're starting with the brush, don't panic over it, but that's what that one smooth motion is gonna give you. And then once you get out to here, rather than starting at a fresh spot, kind of go back and start in the middle and keep working your way outwards. Alright, so while we're waiting on the ladder to dry, this coronavirus pandemic has me going stir crazy, sitting in the house all the flippin' time. So, the good news is Kayla made cookies today. What we're gonna do is go spread some love, but from a 6-foot distance. We're here! There he is! Hey! Oh, Henley's excited to see you too. Look at her. She says, let me out! Here you go. Cookies! Yeah! Here, she wants to at least look at you.
Hi, Hannah.
She's sick of being in the house too.
Yeah. I just told Lisa, I was like, shoot, I pulled all the furniture and everything away from the house.
Yep.
Dropped down all of the trim, wiped down the floors, wiped down all the covers, and our house smells so good. And I'm like, and we can't even share with it.
Hey, if Mark just cleaned, that means his house is clean. She says I can't come in. Well, I'm glad we fixed this situation. This is nice. Jeepers. There you go. Reach. Come on. What's that? Can you reach? Alright, so I'm back in the garage, getting things done. Ladder's dry. I skipped this step, but I put a couple coats of polyurethane on it. I'm still wondering, like, what am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna give it away? I really don't want to sell it. I'd rather just give it to somebody. But I have a cousin who I have in mind that I think would really like this. So we're gonna put on one finishing touch to it, poly over that a couple of times to really seal it in, and we should be good to go. So when all is said and done, it's finished, and I really like the way it turned out, actually. Obviously, it's not made for this room. I made one earlier over there. Really like the way that it turned out. When you're looking at the different colors that you see coming in, the lights, the darks, the grays, the white, everything blends together. Even though it kind of really looked like it was a botch job as we were making it, everything really does blend together and come together as one piece at the end. If this is something that you're making to look for your room, either a nursery, or you can make it for your living room as well. I mean, it doesn't have to just go in a baby's room. Don't buy them. You can make it for so much cheaper, and really not a lot goes into it. It was a fun project, and Jake, hope you like it.